Thomas the Tank Engine and Friends, Tales from the Rails, Episode 47, Bulstrode's Heroic Act. An autumn atmosphere had fallen across the island, and all the engines were preparing for the winter cold. As the climate got colder, the engines worked even harder. But there was always one place that was busier than any other on the island. This was none other than Brendam Docks. The engines worked hard, but there was always a lot to do at Brendam. One day, it was an extremely windy day at the docks. Hopefully there's no breeze. Watch out! Oof. That's gonna put my sail up for the rest of the day. Ouch, that one hurt. Whoa, careful there, little skiff. It's quite busy at the docks, as you can see. Oh, maybe it was a good thing you weren't out with the bigger engines before. Well, I'm used to the sea and all the barges and... There comes one now. Whoa, still some more wind. Soon Skiff was back on the rails, but he was tied to a nearby dock and waited for the incoming barge. This was none other than Bulstrode the barge. There's a bridge connecting Sodor and the mainland. Why can't they take that more often? I make too many trips too many times. Hello there. Oh, hello there. Didn't see you there. What are you doing tied to the dock? Well, I'm a real sailboat, and you can see the incident that probably happened. Today is quite windy. Oh, I get ya. I've had those days too. Oh, well. Well, here's my ride. Goodbye, Bulstrode. Skiff was untied from the dock, and he was pushed back to the sheds. After taking Skiff to the sheds, Peter Salmon had to carry some troublesome trucks to the docks. The ride went smoothly until he reached the viaduct. That's when Rickety led the calls. Hold back, and they all started to laugh. Hector tried to help, but it was no use. Oh, don't think I'm gonna condone your silly trite mischief, am I? It's old and overused, said Peter Sam. Plus, we're at the top. The trucks are cross. In dissent of Peter Sam's recent words, the trucks continued to play on. On, shouted Rickety. No, cried Peter Sam. We have to turn. It was tight that Peter Sam made it into the docks, but the trucks pushed on. A nearby signalman saw what was happening and tried to prevent an accident. Then the unfortunate happened. Peter Sam went one way, and the trucks went another, and the coupling snapped, and Peter Sam went rocketing forward. The trucks, however, smashed into some China clay cars and went splashing into the sea. Rickety and Fred laughed as Hector moaned, as an accident had been caused. Meanwhile, Neville was just departing the wharf with a goods train for the docks. He was taking the coastal track. After the crash, a big wave was created and swept some cargo off of Bulstrode's dock and adrift into the water. Oh no, cried Cranky. That's heading for the coastal track. Indeed it was. The current from the strong wind pushed it towards the coastal track. Neville had no clue what was in store or what was about to happen. Neville hummed quietly to himself while he strolled along. Meanwhile, the adrift cargo rapidly rushed down the fast current. Bulstrode was resting peacefully when he heard a strong gust of wind, and it woke him up. Suddenly, he saw something out of the ordinary. Hey, didn't I deliver those earlier? Oh no, those must have been swept over the dock. Bulstrode rushed to action. The cargo headed straight for the track, but Bulstrode was racing swiftly after. But then Bulstrode's captain called out, Bulstrode, it's too close to shore, we can't go any farther. But I don't want a nasty accident happening. What other train's coming through? There was Neville approaching the rails. The adrift cargo's heading straight for Neville until Bulstrode took action and blocked the cargo. Neville screeched to a sudden stop, reversing to thank Bulstrode. Bulstrode lay on his side as his captain was right and his motor had been caught in the sand. Oh, thank you, Bulstrode. Neville was in a state of awe. You saved a nasty accident as there's a train coming in the next 5 minutes. That truly was a heroic act. Thank you so much. I need to get going now. I'll tell Sir Topham Hatt what happened. Though Bulstrode lay on his side, he was very pleased on what he had done. Bulstrode was towed to shore, and later that day Sir Topham Hatt arrived on Neville. Bulstrode, I am very proud of what you have done today. You saved a nasty accident. and I am ever so thankful, 'cause who says we need another accident on Sodor? Well, good job, Bulstrode. I'm very proud of you. You really showed you are a courageous and really useful barge. Oh, thank you, sir, said Bulstrode. 3 cheers for Bulstrode, shouted Neville. Hip hip hooray! Hip hip hooray! Hip hip hooray! And Bulstrode could only smile.